Wowzers, I knew my hair was getting long, but in that last shot, I looked just like a woman. What's with that? Just kidding, that was my fiance because I drove up to Michigan to celebrate Valentine's Day with her. And while I was up there in Michigan, I decided to buy a handy-dandy, not notebook, but in fact a window-mounted cell phone holder thing so that I don't have to hold the camera in my hands like this when I'm trying to record a video on the road. Of course, my fiance would prefer that I not record videos on the road at all, but I didn't have time to make one before I left, and I have to get one out, even though it'll go out a day late on Saturday, so this is what we're doing. I don't know if you can hear those bumps in the road, but I thought it would be funny to like over-exaggerate them, and so that's what I'm doing. Michigan roads, am I right? Also, kids, do not try this at home because A, if you're a kid, it's probably not legal for you to drive anyway, and B, it's not safe, and C, I'm not sure if this whole driving while recording a video thing is even technically legal for someone my age. It's time to eat the second half of my lunch. It's a Philly cheesesteak wrap, which is pretty much a marriage of two of my favorite bread/sandwich related foods in existence. Philly cheesesteaks and wraps, which I realize is a very general favorite food, but in general, I like wraps. Wicka. So there is this movie that I have now watched twice in the past week that I would like to recommend to you very heavily. It is called Sing Street. It's this movie set in Ireland in like 1985, I think, and it's about this kid who decides to start a rock band, and it's just absolutely fantastic. It's got all new original 80s music in it. All the kids are great actors. There's romance, and then the end has this amazing emotional punch that I totally didn't see coming, and it just makes me happy. Hey, you know what's great? When there's road construction and they narrow the road down to 2 lanes and they're super narrow lanes and then everyone's still blazing through them and then all of a sudden all the traffic has to stop and then it's terrifying. That's like what just happened. Also, it's really bright outside, but I have these like fly sunglasses that make me look completely different, but also I kind of totally like. So, pretty sure you just saw an accident. Right lane closed ahead, so it's going to 1 lane. Alright, I'm gonna be right back. So, sure enough, it did close down to 1 lane, but then immediately after about 25 feet, opened back up into 3 lanes, and now it's back down to 2? I don't understand what's going on. That is a really nice shadow of my rearview mirror on my face, except now it's blocked by, oh, there it is. Also, I took my truck rug off because it's 68 degrees even though it's February. Golly, this is bright. Life is hard. I guess I can put those sunglasses back on. Wait for it. Ah, much better. Oh, wait for it. Looks like 3, 2, 1. I'm now in Ohio. And do you hear how much quieter...
Welcome to Ohio.
Oh, well, also there's my GPS talking to me, so that's nice. But did you hear how much quieter the roads got? Of course, I would be much more excited about being back in Ohio if it didn't mean A, I left my fiance behind, B, the drivers were 18 times worse, C, the speed limit didn't drop by 5 miles per hour, and D, I didn't use numbers to represent letters that I'm speaking out loud. And again, with the sun being bright thing. Sometimes when I'm driving, like normally you're driving, whatever, you turn on music or an audiobook if you're one of those people, even though those totally don't count as reading a book. Sidebar. I really like sometimes just driving in silence. I mean, obviously not complete silence because there's all the like noise from the road and the wind and the whatever, but it's just kind of nice to take a moment to turn all of the other things off and do whatever. And now the whole road is rumbly, so I'm gonna change lanes. That's a little better. Just a little bit. This is good. Oh, also, we are officially coming up on the worst interchange/exit ramp ever. I will show you when we get there, but you have to go like 15 miles per hour because it's way too tight of a turn, or else you die. I'll turn the camera around and then you can actually see it. It'll be like you're really here in 3D. Do you see how aggressively I had to brake not to die going into that turn? Can we just take a moment and look at these like what appear to be strange bumps on my arm that I think are just weird light happening and shadows and stuff, but it looks kind of like I'm lumpy. Also, there's a red light coming up because I'm getting back to the part of my drive that happens at the end that's like actually in towns and stuff instead of just open freeway, and I kind of absolutely hate it because I've been going like between 65 and 78 for the past 4 hours, and now I suddenly have to start going like 45 every once in a while. And it's just kind of amazing to me how the sense of speed can be so relative, because like when I've been driving 25 miles per hour around neighborhoods, I get out on a road that's 45 and I'm like, whoa, I'm blazing fast. Also, there's someone behind me and they look very impatient, so I'm gonna get over. But then I'm going fast on the freeway, and then I get on a road that's 45 and it's like snail pace. The human mind so loves to acclimate itself to things, which I feel like in a grand philosophical sense is why people end up so complacent, is because they stick around with one thing for so long and then it just becomes the new normal to them. So they never think that possibly they should consider doing something else. And suddenly, I just took an opinion about driving and turned it into my own sense of ennui about getting stuck in my own job for the next 10 years, which terrifies me. Oh man, middle age, it's crazy, right? I've officially reached the point of driving where it is both late enough and I've been driving long enough that I keep like zoning out completely and then realizing that I've gone about a couple miles. I'm also at the point where I feel like I should be basically home, but because I'm in town and stuff, it's actually like 20 more minutes. And there's another red light. I don't know what just happened in this region. I'm officially following a car that has been going 10 miles under the speed limit and braking at random times for no apparent reason for the past 2 miles. Only 3 more roads and 1 more light and 2 more turns. Well, not counting the one into my driveway, so I guess technically 3 more turns. And I will be home. And my quad is absolutely killing me. My right quad, since my legs are so long, I have to like hold it back so that I'm not shoving the accelerator into the floor of the car. I mean, I guess I could if I wanted to go really fast, but that's illegal, kids. Again, like this probably is too, but shh. Turn signals. Cool, right? And now I'm in my neighborhood. Turn signal turning on, turning into my driveway. I don't know what's happening to my voice. Now your job, if you choose to accept it, is to use all those clues of turns and roads and places that you saw to try and figure out where I live like a bunch of stalkers. Just kidding, don't do that, because that'd be terrifying. You also can't see me. Ooh! Oh, I forgot to put on the parking brake. This is why you shouldn't video and drive, kids. It's bad. It's been fun. Until next week, deuces.